This is Spoken by Elswyth, a Femdom Hypnosis podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe. Plus, visit my website for sessions too intense to be included here. Visit my Patreon to collect your free codes for sessions. Well, hello again, dearest ones. This might turn into something like an annual tradition. These are sessions from perhaps 2 years ago, maybe a little longer, that my most loyal followers have helped me pick out from the others. Things that they feel deserve to be celebrated. One thing I enjoy about this conversation is how unanimous some of the picks are. There's a session for my Hypno purists, something for sissy maid enthusiasts, a little chastity and orgasm denial, just for the joy of variety and more besides. And here's how this works. Today, I have something exciting for you. Throughout this podcast episode, there are pieces of an anagram. It's the secret code that will allow you to claim 1 of 7 sessions for free. So you will have to listen very carefully to pick up all the pieces. But luckily, you will almost certainly have made your choice by the time you're done. All 7 sessions will be available on my website for a new reduced price. And the 14 sessions that I've previously inducted into this Hall of Fame, well, they're going to all stick around too. You might choose to browse those sessions later. They're an easy way to quickly expand your collection, knowing that they're well-treaded paths that have ensured the obsession of many before you. Okay, now you know what's expected. Let's begin. I want you. I want you to make yourself as comfortable as possible and just listen to the sound of my voice. And as you do, you may be aware of other sounds going on around you, but know that they're not important. They do not matter at all. So you can dismiss them out of your awareness and focus your mind entirely on what I'm saying. And I will be talking to you about numbers. And each and every time I mention the word number or numbers, I want you to relax your entire body just a little more than it already is. Just relax your body a little deeper. And when I say a number after the word number, for example, number 5 or number 6, I want you to go that times more deeply relaxed and comfortable. And most of us know all our numbers, from 1 to as far as we can count. Or imagine that we can count those numbers as far as they will go. And how those numbers can stretch into infinity. And many even know the numbers in another language and can count fluently in that language, and sometimes even more than 1, perhaps 4 or 5 different languages. So I want you to start with the number 1 and just think about the number 1 and what it can mean and what you associate with the number 1. Perhaps you consider your mistress to be your number one, if you have one, or maybe you think of yourself being number one. After all, oneself is often referred to as one, and we possess only one of so many things. One nose, for example, one head and one neck. And as you think of your one nose, perhaps you could take a deep breath in through those two nostrils and breathe out. And it would be nice if your head and your neck were as comfortable as they could possibly be. So if you need to move, to go deeper into relaxation, then please do so. Relax that head and your neck. And breathe in one more time through those two nostrils, relaxing that nose, and breathe out. And of course, there are many things that you have two of. Two hands, for example. How do those hands feel now? Are they relaxed? Are they open or closed? If there is any tension at all in one of those two hands, then please let it go. Imagine it flowing out of those fingers. The 4 fingers and 1 thumb on your right hand, and the 4 fingers and 1 thumb on your left hand. Let them relax. Let go. Notice any sensations in those 2 hands, perhaps warmth and comfort, maybe tingling, and be aware of the temperature of the air on those hands. Notice where the air touches the skin and where those hands are resting as you relax them completely, one by one, easily, effortlessly. Then be aware of those 2 feet resting there, side by side, and notice how those 2 feet feel. Are they heavy yet? If not, let them become heavy. What is the position of those feet? Notice it now. Where do they rest? Is anything touching those feet? Perhaps already those 2 feet feel as though they no longer belong to you. And yet they do. For they are your 2 feet. And you have 5 toes on the end of each one. 5 toes on your right and 5 on your left. And go 5 times more deeply relaxed. Going back to the number 2, notice the relaxation in those 2 arms, the left and the right, and where they are joined by the wrists to the hands. And feel that relaxation spreading all the way up and down. Those two arms and wrists and your two hands. Your two legs can relax too. And even as you become aware of the position of those two legs, you already realize that they are becoming heavy too. In fact, your whole obedient body is relaxing and becoming heavy and comfortable. Relaxing easily, effortless, going deeper still. And even before you think of the number 3, you might find yourself wondering what you have 3 of. For you know that you have 3 fingers, but there are more as well. In fact, including your thumbs, you probably have more than 3 sets of these 3 digits, and the same goes for your toes. But what else can you equate to the number 3? Perhaps for you, it is a lucky number. After all, don't people say that the 3rd time will be lucky? Or perhaps you know people who are one of 3 children, or are born in the 3rd month of March, or even on the 3rd day. Number 3 may mean something completely different to you, and if so, that's fine. Just let yourself focus on the number 3, the 3 sides of a triangle, and how they join up to make just one shape. Number 4 can be easier to associate things with. After all, there are 4 elements: fire and water, earth and air. For you are breathing in that air now as you drift 4 times deeper into comfort, into relaxation, feeling 4 times more comfortably relaxed and at ease. And we haven't even reached the number 5 yet, although you are already aware of certain parts of your body of which there are 5, and these are already relaxed. Your 5 fingers on the right hand and the 5 on your left, and your 5 toes on the right foot and 5 on the left. In fact, your whole body is relaxing very nicely, and it would be nice to allow your mind to relax too. Perhaps you can discover the pleasure of letting your mind wander. Sometimes it drifts back to when we were a certain age, and 5 seems to be a nice, easy age for people to remember. An age when children often become aware of their surroundings and their place in the world. For you can be aware of your surroundings as you rest here, nice and comfortable. And even with your eyes closed, can you remember the details of the room in which you are resting? And can you recall where you were 5 hours ago, or 5 days? And be aware of your body resting here, aware of the time of day and the time of year, noticing how comfortable and rested you are, as you enjoy these sensations of peace and tranquility. Be aware that there is nothing to do but relax and let go. You can allow your mind to wander wherever it will, backwards or forwards in time, even sideways to events that are happening in your present day, knowing that none of this matters very much right now. There is a time to attend to what needs to be attended and a time to relax. And this is your time to relax and feel comfortable. Now, think of the word number and how it is spelled, with the same letters as the word number, number, number. And in a moment, I'm going to count the numbers from 5 down to 1. And with each and every descending number, I want you to imagine your body from your shoulders all the way down to your toes, becoming number and number. 5. Going 5 times more deeply relaxed as your body becomes number. 4. 4 times more deeply relaxed than it previously was. And your body, from your shoulders down, feel heavy and numb. 3. 3 times more deeply relaxed and comfortable, heavy and numb, numb and heavy. 2. I want you to double that relaxation. You are feeling so comfortable and so safe, so open and obedient. And 1. Your whole body is heavy and relaxed, numb and heavy and so relaxed. I will be quiet for a few moments as you take yourself even deeper down. And when you next hear my voice, you will be in the perfect state of mind in which you are ready and happy to accept the suggestions that I offer. There's something deeply alluring about affirmations as part of ongoing training for submissive guys like you. And so it's so easy to imagine the captured man using affirmations as a tool. The elaborate, sordid fantasies, they come easily. Kneeling at the foot of the bed, repeating, drilling that litany. If it feels like an act of worship, then that isn't an accident. I'm always going to encourage you to think of yourself as a worshiper. And this is a picture of a delightful example of monastic dedication. In some ways, it's the perfect way to reinforce a vow of chastity. You could even imagine a little string of beads between your finger and thumb, counting our repetitions to focus your mind off the task at hand, instead of the ache in your knees. But I don't want that for you here today. So push all those thoughts of prostrate penitence out of your mind. The dusty chamber floor, the small window. Let's go outside instead. Somewhere wide open, fresh, and pleasantly isolated. How about rolling green hills and a beautiful blue sky? You can be as far away from civilization as you feel comfortable with, as you imagine that scene and place yourself in it. You can feel the pleasant warmth of a low, springtime sun peeking out from behind scattered, wispy clouds. You can smell the uncomplicated scent of the first flowers and hear the insects buzzing between them. And you can know that you're far away enough from any other living soul that even if you were to shout and scream, no one would hear you. Because I don't want you to feel anything negative about any of the ideals I'm about to present you with. I don't want you to feel ashamed by them in the slightest. So, you aren't going to intone them with a whisper. You're going to shout them out over the hills. You're going to be exhilarated by the act of broadcasting them out into the world. And instead of disappearing into the ether, you're going to hear them echoing back to you. So I'll help you transmit this message of intent and resolution into the world. I'll remind you of the words each time. The thoughts you're going to put out into the universe so they can be fed back to you and strengthen your resolve. You will hear me speak each affirmation 3 times, and on final recitation, you will intone the words. And they'll work just as well if this is aloud or shouted over the headspace hills I've given to you. Your first letter is A. You know what you are. You know why you have this place. I provide it. I keep you here when I need you. And earlier, I called you to let you know that I need you, expect you, demand that you be here. And it never crossed your mind to protest or even to ask what I plan to do to you, with you. See yourself in this apartment. The cell phone buzzes, you turn it over and you read the message that says, in 5 minutes, you'll be unable to move. You read it and you feel thrilled. Maybe a little bit nervous, and that's okay. You can feel those things as long as you remember your one purpose: obedience. Who do you obey? And how much do you obey me? Anything for mistress, empress, goddess, right? Say it. Anything. Anything. Everything. Because now, right now, I want and demand all of you. I have put so much time and energy into making you into exactly what I want. And you get the pleasure of knowing that you have no decisions that you need to make. Do you? Even the clothes you're wearing right now, they came from the closet, the only choice in the closet. And you didn't even hesitate when you put them on. Feel proud of yourself. Feel proud of yourself. Owned, treasured, wanted, trained. Feel proud of yourself. And this is something that you already know, don't you? A retelling. This desire to serve. The want and the need to make me feel good. You've had these feelings for a long time. Unusually powerful. Sometimes overwhelming. Is it overwhelming now? How much you need to please me? To earn my compliments. This natural part of you drawing you into the natural part of me, and we click together. Is this your first time here? Do you know? Would you know? If you'd been here 100 times over in this exact spot. You feel your body trembling with eagerness, wanting, needing. Your next letter is G. Now, my dear Margaret, it's time for your reward. When you enter the kitchen, I want you to feel the warmth of the stove. I want you to take in the scent of whatever is roasting there. Can you smell rosemary and perhaps garlic? But mingled with that sensation of heat and the smell of cooking, I want you to feel something raw and abject disappointment, because while you have worked your fingers to the bone, you've been offered assistance in the least desirable way. Mr. Dooley has brought Pixie to the kitchen, and in his hand he's holding a fork. His other hand
resting beneath her chin as he allows her to claim a morsel from the tines. Your sister maid's eyes are closed, and her expression overcome with bliss, though you note bitterly that this is an affection she's more capable of presenting at any time. Pixie is proud of her ability to fake it. I want this sensation that you're feeling right now, Margaret. This jealousy, it's a joy to me. I don't get any pleasure from humiliating you like I do with Prissy. I don't enjoy seeing how far you'll debase and lower yourself, just like Pixie has this afternoon. You'll be granted your leave in a few short moments, and soon that feeling that you were jilted will be replaced with the knowledge that I'll recognize your touch when I attend the party later. Perhaps I'll even notice that I'm sitting opposite the host tonight and looking over a vase adorned with a peacock, a nickname you've certainly heard me use for darling Mr. Dooley.
Your next letter is N. Hello again. I know you're listening carefully. I'm taking a moment to check in on you. I know you've only heard 2 or 3 clues so far. Do you think you know the answer? If you've gotten it already, well, what a clever one you are. Perhaps it would be better then if you just relaxed for me. Sink deep. Empty your mind. This way you can enjoy my words, the different fun ideas I have for you. As you listen to the next snippet, if you feel some of your clues slipping away, then just let them go. That gives you a wonderful excuse to come back to listen again, dear. Listening again and again. Here, think about this next moment together. And as you do think about those letters you've picked up so far, was it a P or an H or an S? See how easy it is to let go of them. Just let go. Your next letter is A. Once upon a time, you allowed some event to impact you, to impact your mind, your way of thinking. And the energy of that event is still with you. The energy continues to echo in your subconscious, only because each time it is triggered, it reinforces itself, building on all the times past. This can happen even if you are not aware of the occurrence. But this too is like the pebble falling in the lake. Even a stone skipping along the surface, disturbing the waters 2, 3, 5 times, still eventually comes to rest. The ripples collide with each other, starting as circles, then losing coherence as they meet each other. And soon it would be hard to pick out where the first impact occurred. So now,
think about the behavior that you want to change in yourself. Think about what habits it creates for you. Think about the mental processes that come to you each time you find yourself engaging in those behaviors. Perhaps you always reflect on the negative emotions that you are forced to confront each time. And if so, perhaps you find yourself wondering why you have to repeat these processes. And now, think about the inciting incident that created this behavior. Or, just like the skipping stone, you don't need to find the exact moment this began. Think about when you became aware of it and started to think about it in a negative light, as something you wished to change about yourself. And as you think about all of these knowings, if it helps you, you can imagine being called up to write them on the chalkboard. Stand at the front of the classroom. There's no need to be shy. It's just you and I here. If you return here, when you arrive, the chalkboard will have been wiped clean. Whatever part of that remaining energy you leave in this place, I will have erased it. Before you awaken, take the time to focus on some genuine, positive energy. I am quite sure that you can think of something. But if you find yourself at a total loss, think of how good you have done today. You've paid careful attention during your lesson, haven't you? I'm proud of you.
Your next letter is R. Follow me as we are no longer going through the high-end, multi-brand department store. The multiple floors, endless racks, and open space have been traded for this little boutique. The type of shop that doesn't need hundreds of items. Not when each teensy garment is a king's ransom in its own right. You love this space. You love this boutique. You love the intimate setting. Hardly another soul in the store. Your attention is firmly on me, and you're unlikely to notice those mundane shadows anyway. Not when my flame burns so bright in front of you. And you're burning too. I know it. And what's wrong, dear man? Is there an uncomfortable tightness somewhere below your belt? Brought on by thoughts of all these exciting under things we're considering together. This boutique is unashamedly fashioned for the male gaze, and you can barely stop yourself from eyeing all of it. imagining it on me. It helps, doesn't it, when I hold up a delicate negligee against my closed body, so you can mentally undress and then redress me. I'll allow that. Let your imagination run wild. We're having a sky's the limit kind of day. You deserve lots of choices and lots of daydreams. Lots of chances to show me your devotion through pampering and spoiling. And that tightness, it grabs your awareness again, thinking of exactly how fuckable I'll be in any of these unmentionables, these frillies, apparel meant for the most intimate of occasions, spent together just as we are now, choosing. Though you're guiding me mostly through your wide-eyed reactions, I hold up some more options for you to cross-examine. You can mentally dress me in negligees, matching panties, or perhaps those body harnesses that are barely more than a tangle of ribbons and fastenings. Do you envision carefully placing the harness on my body, making sure each band crosses exactly as it should? Or perhaps something more dramatic, the dropping of a silk kimono to the floor and my body suddenly unveiled for your greedy gaze. Something fitting this luxurious lifestyle that you're funding. Go on. Try to not drool at your own lusty imaginings, you dirty boy. Don't you think I'd look good in this? Your answers always come without words because your tongue is caught between your own teeth. But really, really good? Good enough that you'll burst just seeing it? I read the smallest smile, or an almost imperceptible dip of your head, a blush. Enough to let me know that the garment in my hand belongs with me or hung back up. Your next letter is M. I want you to imagine us at that restaurant that we always meant to visit but never got around to. That little run-of-the-mill, invisible place in a strange town. The one we whispered about and giggled about. Remember that one? I would never suggest our favorite restaurant, the one with those drinks that we like. I would never suggest it for what I have planned for you. We are sitting in the back in a nice little corner booth. It's so out of the way that the wait staff tends to forget about people sitting there. That works out so well for us, though, doesn't it? You've had a stressful day at work. Your shoulders are sore. Your head just isn't in it. I sit next to you, trying to help you feel better. We order our food, and I steal a bite from your plate, smiling at you. I'm hoping to make you smile or laugh, but stress has you too down. I scoot closer, casually resting my hand on your thigh, running my fingers up and down it. I bet you can feel that, right? You can feel my hand on your thigh, can feel my nails gliding over your skin. What if I moved my hand up higher? What would I feel then? Close your eyes and just listen to my voice. Listen to me telling you what I want to hear. I want to hear you moaning and groaning. I want to hear you say my name. Tell me how much you want me. How much do you need me? I can hear the way you're breathing. Such a lovely sound. Knowing you are about to come undone for me. Let those sounds out, love. You don't have to keep them inside. I love when you start to lose control for me. Let me hear you. The final letter is A. Well done. I want. You obey. I lead. You follow. Picking up another of these acorns and placing it into the bag that I've given you. I've given you the bag, I've given you the stairs, the tree, this entire magical place. I give, I take care of you. I create this shared reality for us to be in. I lead. You follow up and around the tree, following the curve, following the need to pick up the acorns and place them in the bag. Following the need, the craving to know what is at the top. You know you're getting closer to sleep, and that's okay. Everyone needs sleep, deserves a wonderful rest. Frogs hibernate. Did you know they go underwater and sleep? They sit on top of the mud at the bottom of the pond, and even if the pond freezes, they don't. Raccoons hide inside trees. They can hide inside a tree and they don't really hibernate, but when it's cold, they curl up inside a tree and their fur gets thicker. Chipmunks sleep all winter long. Get up to eat and go to the bathroom. They gather and store food, and they burrow into the ground. Bears hibernate. And you hibernate when I tell you. Instead of sleeping all winter, you sleep for the exact amount of time needed for your body. Your wonderful self that responds to my voice and intuitively knows what you need for your physical and mental well-being. And just like that, you've reached the trap door again.
but you know what to do to open it. You know where to put the acorns. You know how to undo the latch. And you go up the last few steps, and there in front of you is exactly the place that your mistress wants you to rest, to sleep, a place that I created for you.
Ah, there you are. Did you enjoy that? Did you figure out the code you need? If not, you can always start from the beginning. Maybe bring a notepad next time, so you can make sure you don't forget any important clues. I know I've been sharing some of my favorite sessions from a couple of years ago, and I do like those sessions. I'm quite proud of them, actually. But it just wouldn't be right not to tell you about what's new and exciting. You can see the latest sessions easily on my website. A new Sissy Maid session starring my most prissy maid, as well as my recent Chastity conditioning session called 1 Orgasm a Week. I have more sessions planned for later. I have more new sessions planned for later this month, including a huge expansion on my pet sitting puppy play sessions. I've linked the original free session below, and you really should give it a try. It's perfect for even those who've never thought of themselves as a playful pup before, and will unlock a whole new world of fun and kinky ideas for you. On Patreon, I have a free tier that gives you access to my community chat, and higher tiers that are rewarded with my free sessions from my website. Patreon is where I'll shortly be inviting my followers to play another Chastity game, something I like to do when my birthday rolls around. Sometime around in late May. There's something about dozens of guys promising me to not come for weeks and months all at once that just puts a smile on my face. If you consider gift giving to be one of those languages of love, feel free to buy me something for my birthday. I've added some new pieces to my throne wish list.